Okay, today's video is about the Carrera Go Mercedes GT3 and how I went about modifying it. Okay, to start off with, we see the original wheels that came with the Carrera Go car. Okay. And you see how large they are, okay? And I had a problem with that, okay? So I decided to change the wheels out. So the first thing I did was I went to an SCX compact DTM diameter 3D printed wheel, okay? And that's what's on this car, okay? And one of the things that was a problem was that the diameter of the wheel was so much smaller than the Carrera wheel, as you see here, okay, and that meant the body seemed like it was way up in the air, and the wheel well distances were kind of a little bit too big. So over the period of a couple of months playing around with it, okay, I finally came to the conclusion that I needed to lower the car, okay. And so I'm going to show you all the different changes and everything that I've done with this car. Okay, let's start with the bottom. We'll flip it over. All right, and you'll see that it's got some differences from the Carrera Go original car, okay? This hole right here used to be where the Carrera guide was, okay? They have a little post that goes in there, okay? And I took that out, okay? And I now use that hole for the forward body mount, okay? And I'm using the original forward body mount hole for a Peter Pfister Fuchs designed 3D printed guide from Shapeways, okay? And you'll see I've got some different braiding on that as well. The other thing that, if you notice, that has allowed me to lower the body quite a lot, okay, is I've carved out the sides of the chassis on both sides. Okay, the chassis used to sit down on these little tabs that are on the inside of the body. Okay, and that would not allow me to lower the body down onto the wheels. Okay, and also the back of the chassis has been quite carved out. It used to be sticking quite a ways out here, and if you look at these little tabs in the back, the chassis actually sat down on those chassis. Now it's below that, okay? Also, one other little big change here is the magnet's been taken out. I ground down the magnet box, okay, and I've carved out quite a lot of this, okay, to get this down so that it's as low as possible. The only thing that really sticks out of the bottom of the car is this motor box here, okay? So we're going to flip this baby over, show you the inside. Again, here's the wheels that I'm using, and they're 3D printed PLA plastic wheels. I designed the wheel myself, and I had someone print them for me. Okay, also on the back I use gel cloth tires. Alright, we'll take the body off her. Okay, now you'll see what's on the inside of this baby, okay? We've got, again, gel cloth tires in the rear. We've got the front of the front spoiler of the car that actually was sticking quite a ways up in the air. Okay, I carved it a knife spot out there and bent that bill down. Okay, and I've got some lead weights that are bent on an angle, on a slight angle. If I flip this up, you'll see that, and that keeps that bill pointed down instead of pointed up. Okay, the original stock car had the bill pointing way up in the air, and it just didn't look right to me. So I ended up having to change that. I did quite a lot of changes to the front of the car. You can see that the axle, little plastic pieces on the axle have been cut off. There's where the original guide was. This front has been carved out like I do on other cars, so that the guide can travel back and forth. got silicone wiring on it, okay, wired to the original motor. It's a stock Carrera motor. Stock gearing, okay, again, magnet taken out. We have some lead weight underneath the rear axle and butting up to the back of the plate for the motor, and a couple of lead weights on each side of the chassis. Okay, and that helps keep the car down quite a lot. Okay, and this configuration seems pretty good so far. And you'll see also of note is the way that this has been carved out in the back. Okay, and so those are the modifications, and this car goes really good compared to the stock car. Not saying anything bad about Carrera Go cars. I love these cars. I mean, look at the body detail on this car. Okay, it is just gorgeous. Okay, so anything you can do to make it race better is a good thing in my mind. Okay, and also one other little thing on the bottom of the car. The new way the car mounts is it's exactly the same in the back. You know, the body mounting hole goes in the same place. Okay, the difference is that the inside, where the old guide used to be right here, has now been drilled out and countersunk for a screw, and I use a small countersunk sheet metal screw to screw into a wood block, and I'll show that in 1 second here. Let's take the chassis off real quick. There's the wood block that's glued into the chassis, and that acts now as my body mount, okay, because I'm using the body mount for the front guide. So I plan on doing some other fancy stuff to this, but for now that has worked really well. So there's the Carrera Go modification customization. There you go. Thanks for watching. Hope everybody likes it.